Have you ever wondered, my dear one, how all those years you thought were wasted could possibly fit into the divine design of your life? How the heartbreaks, the detours, the delays, the disappointments, the seasons where nothing made sense, how any of that could be meaningful. I've sat with many souls who ask me this same question with tears in their eyes, and I always give them the same soft, unwavering truth. Nothing in your life was ever wasted, not a single year, not a single moment, not a single version of you. And I want you to breathe that in as we begin, because the world has taught you to measure your life through timelines, achievements, expectations, and comparison. But the universe, in its infinite wisdom, measures differently. The universe measures through growth, evolution, healing, and becoming. Every season you lived, especially the hard ones, shaped your wisdom, deepened your compassion, strengthened your spirit, and carved out room inside you for a future you couldn't see at the time. My dear, you were never behind. You were never late. You were never lost. You were walking through the chapters that had to unfold for you to become the person who is rising now. People often say, "But Louise, I wasted years in the wrong relationship, wasted years in the wrong job, wasted years doubting myself, wasted years being afraid." And I always smile gently because I know something they can't see yet. Those years were not wasted. They were training. They were preparing you. They were sharpening your inner knowing. They were strengthening the parts of you that needed to grow before your blessings could arrive. A soul that has learned patience is a soul that can hold abundance. A heart that has healed from disappointment is a heart that can receive real love. A mind that has walked through confusion is a mind that can recognize clarity. You see, you weren't wasting time, you were becoming. Every tear was teaching you softness. Every setback was teaching you resilience. Every closed door was teaching you direction. Every ending was teaching you truth. And the moment you stop calling your past wasted, you will realize how divinely timed everything actually was. You are not late. You are right on schedule for your soul's journey. And once you understand this, something beautiful begins to happen. You start to notice the signs, the small, subtle signatures of a universe restoring everything you thought you lost. Restoration is not loud or dramatic. It is gentle, quiet, sacred. And the first sign is this: you feel lighter about things that once broke you. There is no anger, no bitterness, no emotional storm, just a quiet, peaceful acceptance. That softness is not weakness, it is healing. When your heart stops fighting the past loses its power. You no longer replay what happened, you simply bless it and let it go. Peace is proof that healing has begun. Then something else happens. The people who belong to your old life drift away, and new people enter who feel aligned with the version of you that's emerging. This isn't coincidence, it's energetic reordering. You don't have to chase, force, or cling. The more you rise, the more your frequency changes, and when your frequency changes, your relationships shift. Those who no longer match your vibration naturally fall away, and those who do are drawn to you effortlessly. This is the universe making room. And then, often without warning, new opportunities appear. You weren't looking for them. You weren't trying to manifest them. They simply arrived because you finally created space for them to enter. When you let go of what was holding you back, the universe doesn't hesitate. It fills the empty space with something better, something brighter, something meant for you. These opportunities often feel surprising, but they are not random. They are a response to your inner shift. Another beautiful sign is this: you stop forcing. You stop begging for clarity. You stop trying to make things happen before their time. You stop gripping what is leaving. You stop chasing what isn't choosing you. Instead, you soften. You trust. You wait with an open heart rather than anxious hands. And from this gentle openness, the things meant for you begin to approach naturally, without strain or struggle. This is divine flow. What is yours will always find you, not through pressure, but through alignment. And then, one morning, perhaps without even realizing how much you've changed, you wake up with a quiet truth in your chest. I deserve a better life. Not in an angry way, not in a desperate way, but in a calm, grounded, awakened way. You suddenly see that you are worthy of love, worthy of peace, worthy of joy, worthy of a life that feels good to your soul. That realization is restoration. That shift in self-worth is the universe saying, now you're ready for more. Aim, my dear one, when the universe restores, it doesn't give you back what you lost. It gives you back more than you imagined. It gives you the love that matches your growth. It gives you opportunities that reflect your evolution. It gives you peace that the old version of you couldn't hold. And that is why letting go is not abandonment. Letting go is preparation. The things you release create the space for the things that will elevate you. So I want to ask you gently, are you willing to let go so the universe can restore you? Are you willing to bless the years you once called wasted? Are you willing to trust that nothing was ever for nothing? Are you willing to believe that your life is not behind schedule? It is precisely on time? Because letting go is not losing it, is returning to yourself. When you let go of what drains you, the universe replaces it with what sustains you. When you let go of fear, the universe restores faith. When you let go of the old identity, the universe reveals the new one. When you let go of the past, the future unfolds. You deserve restoration, not the kind that gives you back what broke you, but the kind that builds a new life with the wisdom you earned. You deserve a timeline filled with grace. You deserve love that doesn't require suffering first. You deserve opportunities that respect your heart. You deserve joy without guilt. And most of all, you deserve to experience what it feels like when the universe returns everything you thought you lost, but multiplied, refined, elevated. Take a breath with me now, my love. Let your shoulders soften. Let your heart open just a bit more. You are entering a season where nothing is wasted, nothing is random, and nothing is impossible. You are stepping into a chapter where the universe restores you, your time, your energy, your joy, your direction, your self-worth. All of it is coming back to you. Let's close this part with gentle affirmations repeated so your soul can remember. Nothing in my life was wasted. Nothing in my life was wasted. Nothing in my life was wasted. I release what is leaving, and I welcome what is coming. I release what is leaving, and I welcome what is coming. The universe is restoring everything I thought I lost. The universe is restoring everything I thought I lost. I am on the perfect timeline for my soul. I am on the perfect timeline for my soul. All that I deserve is already on its way to me. All that I deserve is already on its way to me. And, my darling, it's closer than you think. Let's talk about something tender but profoundly important, my dear one. Something that every soul eventually discovers on the journey of healing and awakening. Not everyone is meant to stay. And I say this with love, with compassion, with softness, because I know how deeply the heart can cling, how long the mind can replay stories, how tightly we can hold on to people who once felt like home. But part of your spiritual maturity, part of your evolution, part of your awakening is realizing that some people enter your life not to walk with you forever, but to walk with you until their part of the story is complete. You see, every soul you meet is a teacher. Some stay for a chapter, some stay for a sentence. Some stay long enough to awaken something inside you that could not have awakened without them. And when their purpose is complete, when their presence has done its work, the universe begins to gently shift them out of your path. Not as punishment, not as rejection, not as abandonment, but as realignment. There are moments when someone leaves and you think, why? You think, what did I do wrong? You think, why wasn't I enough? But my dear, you were not meant to hold on to everyone. Some souls are only meant to open a door, not build the house. Some come to show you a part of yourself. Some come to challenge old beliefs. Some come to teach you boundaries, strength, self-worth, self-love. And when their lesson is complete, the universe whispers, it's time to continue the journey. Holding on to someone whose chapter has ended doesn't bring them back. It only keeps you trapped in yesterday's emotions. Letting them go with grace does not mean you didn't love them. It means you are ready to honor the natural flow of your life. True love, real love, awakened love never clings out of fear. It releases out of understanding. It says, thank you for your part in my story. I allow the new to enter. Letting go is not losing someone. It is giving your soul permission to grow. And this brings us to something equally profound: wholeness. Many people believe healing requires returning to the past, revisiting old wounds, rechasing old relationships, re-entering old versions of themselves. But wholeness does not come from going backward. Wholeness arises the moment you decide to stop seeing yourself as broken. You are not fixing your soul, you are remembering it. Every piece of your story, even the painful ones, contains light. Every fragment carries wisdom. Every scar is a doorway to deeper compassion. Wholeness is not created, it is revealed. It emerges when you soften into the truth that you were never incomplete to begin with. You do not become whole when someone else chooses you. You do not become whole when life finally gets better. You return to your wholeness the moment you realize, I was whole all along. You see, you don't need someone to complete you. You need someone who recognizes the completeness that is already there. And you don't need the past to make sense. You need acceptance that every step, every stumble, every heartbreak shaped the person you are becoming. You are not missing anything. You are rediscovering everything. And once you begin letting go with clarity and standing in your wholeness, something beautiful begins. Unexpected blessings start to appear without you chasing them. When the heavy energy of the past dissolves, new energy flows into your life as naturally as air entering a room once the window is opened. Opportunities that once passed you by suddenly make sense. Conversations that never happened before begin to unfold. People who vibrate at your new level begin to enter your space. You become a magnet not because you are trying, but because you are free. And freedom is always attractive. Freedom is always radiant. Freedom is always magnetic. When you stop searching desperately outside yourself, the inner flow finally opens. You stop begging life to give you something, and life begins giving you everything. And I've said this many times, life loves you when you stop fighting life. When you stop pushing, you allow. When you stop forcing, you receive. Blessings show up like morning sunlight, soft, warm, unannounced, and exactly when your spirit is ready. That is why everything that left your life was not a loss. It was preparation. Everything that enters now is alignment. This alignment becomes even more powerful when you embrace a deeper truth. The universe is always reorganizing your path. The collapse of the old is not failure, my darling. It is correction, a soulful redirection, a divine rerouting. When you step onto a path that isn't meant for you, the universe nudges you. When you stay too long in an energy that drains you, the universe shakes you. And when you keep trying to fix something you were meant to release, the universe gently removes it for you, not because you're unworthy, but because you're destined for more. The years you thought were lost, they were foundation. The relationships that didn't last, they were teachers. The doors that closed, they were pointing you toward the doors that were actually meant to open. The delays, protection. The detours, preparation. Nothing was taken from you without something greater being prepared. The universe never empties your hands unless it is about to fill them. Your path is always being cleared, adjusted, aligned with the highest timeline of your soul. Even when you don't see the purpose is there. Even when you feel off track, you are being guided. Even when something falls apart, it is making room for something that belongs to you. The universe does not restore halfway. When it restores, it multiplies. And all of this brings us gently to the art of letting go with grace. Many people think letting go is abrupt, cutting ties, closing doors, shutting down emotions, but true letting go is not harsh. True letting go is soft. It is conscious. It is sacred. Letting go with grace means saying, I release the pain but keep the lesson. It means no longer carrying a story that hurts your spirit. It means removing the emotional weight without denying the love that once existed. You do not erase people, you return them to their rightful place in your life, the place of a chapter, not the entire book. And doing this does not make you heartless, it makes you wise. Your soul is too precious to hold on to what drains it. Your heart is too valuable to cling to what has already drifted away. Letting go with love is the highest form of closure. It honors what was while opening the door to what can be. It says, "Thank you for your role in my growth. I release you now to your own path." It frees both of you. It heals both of you. It allows your future to unfold. Letting go with grace is not the end of the story, it is the beginning of restoration. But let me whisper something even deeper to you. Letting go is also how the universe restores all your wasted years, because no year was ever wasted, no lesson was pointless, no heartbreak was meaningless. Everything shaped you, everything prepared you, everything made you wiser, softer, stronger, clearer. The moment you release what no longer serves you, the universe begins its sacred work of giving back, sometimes slowly, sometimes suddenly, but always perfectly. What you lost will return in a new form. What broke you will be replaced with what heals you. What disappeared will be restored in ways far greater than you imagined. Nothing good is ever gone. It simply returns in a version that matches your growth. And so, my dear one, rest in this truth. Letting go is not losing. Letting go is clearing the way. Letting go is choosing peace. Letting go is choosing yourself. Letting go is how the universe breathes new life into your story. I want to share a little story with you, my dear one. Something from my own life that taught me more about restoration than any book or classroom ever could. Many years ago, I found myself standing in the ruins of a life I thought I had built so carefully. A relationship had ended, my home felt unfamiliar, and the future felt like a hallway without a single door. I remember sitting at the edge of my bed one morning, whispering to myself, "Where do I even begin?" And in the quiet that followed, I felt a soft, gentle truth rise inside me. You begin with willingness, not perfection, not clarity, not certainty, just willingness. That moment became the doorway to everything that came after. And today, I want to walk you through the same doorway. Because restoration is not accidental. It is invited. It is welcomed. It is received with the heart, not with effort, but with openness. These 5 practices are simple, but they hold power. They hold the kind of power that rearranges lives from the inside out. 1. The willingness to begin again with love. The first practice is the smallest step and yet the most transformative one. Be willing to begin again, not with resentment, not with fear, but with gentle, compassionate love. Place your hand over your heart for a moment. Feel its warmth, feel its steady rhythm, and whisper softly, "I am willing to begin again with love in my heart." You see, willingness is not a commitment to know everything. It is not a promise that you won't stumble. It is simply an opening, a softening, a little crack in the armor that allows the light to seep in. The universe does not ask you to leap. It asks you to be willing, willing to see differently, willing to release what hurts, willing to allow good things to come. And when you become willing, truly willing, you activate a frequency that life responds to instantly. Willingness is the first key that unlocks restoration. 2. Stop judging your journey and honor your path. My darling, you have walked through more than most people know. You have carried weights while still showing up, still loving, still trying. So let me say this as clearly as I can. Stop judging your journey. Nothing you lived was wasted. Nothing you endured was meaningless. Every chapter contained a lesson. Every setback shaped your strength. Every disappointment refined your intuition. Repeat this gently to yourself. Everything I have lived has brought wisdom into my life. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to rise into who you are becoming. Honor your path, not because it was perfect, but because it grew you, because it awakened wisdom you could not have learned any other way. When you stop judging your journey, the guilt dissolves, the shame falls away, and the path ahead becomes clear. Transformation begins the moment judgment ends. 3. Make space for what wants to come into your life. Restoration requires room. You cannot receive new blessings with hands full of what no longer serves you. So the third practice is simple. Create space physically, emotionally, energetically. Clean one drawer, one corner, one shelf. Bless what you release. Say, thank you for what you taught me. I now make space for what is meant for me. Clean your thoughts too. Release the old worries, the old patterns, the old inner dialogues that tell you you're unworthy or unwanted. And then clean your energy. Step outside. Breathe deeply. Let the wind carry something old away. When you make space, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready to be filled again. Life only pours into empty cups. You deserve to be filled with beauty, peace, clarity, joy. So open the space where those blessings can land. 4. Rewrite the new chapter of yourself with intention. Every morning is a blank page. Every sunrise is a fresh beginning. And the fourth practice invites you to become the author of the next chapter of your life. Ask yourself gently each morning, what does the highest version of me desire today? Let the answer come slowly. It might whisper peace, confidence, boundaries, rest, creativity, joy. And then take one small action that aligns with that version of you. When you do this each day, you are not forcing change, you are becoming it. You are stepping into the frequency of your future self. You are replacing old narratives with new truths. And with every aligned action, you are saying to the universe, I am ready for who I am becoming. You do not rebuild your life in one breakthrough. You rebuild it in 1,000 small decisions that honor the person you're stepping into. 5. Restoration affirmations claiming the return of everything you thought you lost. Restoration doesn't happen because you demand it. It happens because you align with it. And affirmations are powerful tools of alignment. They recalibrate your energy. They rewrite the subconscious codes that kept you stuck. They open your heart to receive what has always been meant for you. So let us speak these truths together, slowly, softly, with breath and presence. Life restores everything I thought I lost. Life restores everything I thought I lost. Life restores everything I thought I lost. Feel how the words settle into your body, how they begin to loosen the old tightness around your heart. And now this one. What was taken from me returns in better form. What was taken from me returns in better form. What was taken from me returns in better form. Let it sink in, because this is how the universe works. Nothing real is ever lost. It is only upgraded. Now say, I release the old and receive the new with love. I release the old and receive the new with love. I release the old and receive the new with love. And finally, the universe makes all things new for me. The universe makes all things new for me. The universe makes all things new for me. These are not just sentences. These are invitations. These are signals. These are declarations that rearrange reality. When you speak them with sincerity, life responds. Doors open. People arrive. Opportunities unfold. Energy shifts because you have shifted. You have allowed renewal. My dear, the universe is not asking you to chase what left. It is preparing to return everything you thought you lost, multiplied, purified, transformed. All you need to do is stay open, stay willing, stay present with yourself. Your restoration has already begun. My dear one, let me tell you something. I've seen again and again in the hearts of people who thought they were broken. Restoration does not arrive quietly. It does not tiptoe. It does not hide in the shadows. Restoration makes itself known in your body, your mind, your relationships, your energy, your choices, your courage. And the first sign, the one that always shows up before anything else, is the feeling of lightness. You wake up one morning and notice that the heaviness you carried for months, maybe even years, no longer sits on your chest. It's as if someone gently lifted a stone you didn't realize you were holding. Your breath deepens, your shoulders soften, your body whispers, "We're coming back to life." And then your mind begins to clear. Thoughts that once tangled you now loosen their grip. Old stories lose their power. The worry that used to dominate your mornings no longer feels like the default setting. Instead, there is space, soft, open, sacred space for new clarity, new ideas, new possibilities. This is restoration speaking to you. Another sign is that old relationships, old patterns, old attractions simply fall away, not with drama, not with anger, but with a gentle sense of, this no longer matches who I am becoming. What once fascinated you no longer holds your attention. What once triggered you no longer pulls your energy. And the people who once fit into your world begin to drift to the edges, not because you are unkind, but because you are growing. Restoration always creates alignment, my dear. You do not have to force anyone out. Your energy rises and life rearranges accordingly. And then, like sunlight breaking through the clouds, opportunities begin to appear, many of them at the same time. A new idea, a new invitation, a new connection, a new door. Sometimes several doors at once. People call this luck, but it is not luck. It is resonance. When you heal, life feels you. When you soften, life opens for you. When you let go, life flows toward you. Restoration is not random. It is a response. And perhaps the clearest sign of all, you begin attracting people who match your new energy, people who speak gently, who love openly, who respect your boundaries, who celebrate your growth, who remind you of who you are rather than who you were. They don't drain you, they don't confuse you, they don't require you to shrink. They meet you at the level you have risen to. They are your evidence that you are being restored. And the lesson in all of this, my dear one, is beautifully simple. When your energy rises, your life must rise with it. This is not a hope, it is a law. Healing on the inside rewrites everything on the outside. You don't chase restoration, you become restoration. Now let me speak to the tenderest part of your heart, the part that wonders whether letting go was a mistake, whether losing something or someone means you have failed, whether the pain was proof that you weren't worthy. Come closer, my darling. Hear me with your whole being. Letting go never breaks you. Letting go frees you. Those who left your life did not leave to punish you. They left because their chapter was complete. They left because their frequency no longer matched your path. They left because you are being prepared for something bigger, something cleaner, something softer, something truer. You were not abandoned, you were released, and there is such profound grace in that release. What feels like loss is often protection. What feels like emptiness is often space. What feels like ending is often rebirth. Life does not take from you without preparing to return something greater. Nothing you truly need can ever leave your life, and nothing that leaves your life was ever meant to stay. My dear one, the years you think you wasted were not wasted at all. They were the years that shaped your strength, your clarity, your compassion, your resilience. Life will restore them not as they were, but as they were meant to be. You will receive back the love you gave. You will receive back the time you invested. You will receive back the energy you poured into places that could not hold it. And you will receive it in a more beautiful, more abundant, more aligned form. What was taken from you will return as wisdom. What was lost will return as peace. What was broken will return as expansion, and what ended will return as a new beginning. So today, I want you to breathe in this truth. You are not being diminished. You are being restored. You are not falling apart. You are falling into place. Letting go was not the end of your story. It was the turning of a page. And the next page is brighter than you can imagine. So let us seal this moment with a loving affirmation, one that carries the vibration of release, renewal, and divine restoration. Say it softly, say it slowly. Say it 3 times so your heart remembers. I let go with love. I let go with love. I let go with love. And now say this as if the universe itself is speaking through your voice. Life restores everything to me in perfect timing. Life restores everything to me in perfect timing. Life restores everything to me in perfect timing. My darling, May every step you take from this moment forward be held in grace, guided by love, and lifted by the quiet knowing that nothing is lost, nothing is wasted, and everything is being restored to you in the most beautiful way. I bless your path, I bless your heart, I bless your future, and I bless your becoming. All is well, my dear one. All is truly, truly well.